Hey guys, I'm back with another video. I'm so excited. If you watched my last video, you learn a little bit about me. I discussed, me transitioning into my 50s. So you guys got a little glimpse into my world. And I did, as I promised, I told you I would discuss some things that I did to help me along the way. And let me correct something. I remember saying in my last video how I transitioned, I think I said, and it wasn't hard. I meant to say it was hard. God, it was hard, but I did it. So you got to put the work in. So I had to clarify that. I'm like, let me clear that up, because like I said it wasn't hard, but it was hard, guys. So, like I said, I wanted to discuss some things along the way, and I'm not going to do it all in one video. As I continue to make different content, you'll hear me talk about all the different things that I did to help me transition into this period in my life for me, because it wasn't easy, guys. I'm not going to sit up here and say it was easy, because it wasn't. But I want to discuss two of the things that really helped me, and these are the foundation. This is the foundation. And so let me say it right now. It was my faith, and it was my husband. Let me say it again. It was my faith in God and my husband. And for some people, that may look totally different. Like I said, I'm going to speak my truth. This will help me. And if it can help somebody else, that's what I want to do. So, when I mention my faith, guys, menopause is different for everybody. My mom has passed away, so when I started going through menopause, I didn't have nobody to talk to. So I called my aunts, my mom's sisters, the ones that, well, her sisters are still living. And when I asked them their experience in going through menopause, none of them understood my symptoms. Because one of my aunts said, well, right when she started into menopause, she went to her doctor and she got on her the hormone replacement therapy. One of my aunts said she never experienced none of the stuff. She said she may have did the hot flashes, but she didn't experience like anxiety and depression, and she didn't go through none of that. Those were my biggest symptoms. I didn't really have much hot flashes, but my anxiety, like I told y'all, skyrocketed, and my depression, because my hormones were so out of whack. And I have like 4 aunts, and so all of them had something totally different. And so they really couldn't relate to me. And so that led me to say, okay, I don't have my mom to get her experience. None of my aunts could relate to what I was going through. So what helped me? And so during that transition period for me, it was my husband and my faith. I prayed a lot, because at me, I'm like, oh God, this is something. I'm like, what is going on? Because when you don't know, you don't know. And in my family, menopause wasn't talked about. So you didn't know, but I was kind of naive, not really knowing what to think about menopause. So I started praying a lot, and my praying to God, just praying and asking him to help me to navigate through this. And so that would led me to start doing research. I took responsibility for my own body. Let me help myself. And so that looked different for other people. So I started going to my doctors, and my doctors, one of them said, oh, it's just menopause, let me just give you some antidepressant or some anti-anxieties. And for me, myself, I didn't want those things. I wanted to get to the root cause of my problem, and I wanted to balance my hormone back naturally. Like I told you guys, I'm a natural person. So depending upon how far I can go trying to do things naturally, I'm going to do it. And when I do need modern medicine, I'm going to use it. But if I can go without it, I'm going to prolong using it if I can find a natural alternative. And my first thing was getting to know my body. And with that being said, my husband knew how I felt about it. So there he came in at. So I started talking to him, telling him how I was feeling, how my body was going through these changes. And I needed him to support me in this change. I really needed my husband to support me, to be there for me. And I had to tell him how to be there for me. And sometimes, ladies, and I'm not taking up for the guys, but sometimes we don't tell our men what we need from them. And we fussing, we angry, and they don't know what to do. So what I did, I sat my husband down. We got to have a conversation. I said, I'm going through another phase in my life. Because for me, my husband used to me always, I'm changing. I tell him every 5 to 7 years, I change. As I say, now this is a different change. And so I told him I need him to be more patient and understanding towards me. I needed more love. I really need to feel more of a connection with him. He listened. My husband listened. And my husband really took the time to love me the way I need to be loved, to help me get through that. And I know praying to God to help him, to help me. And some people may say menopause ain't that serious. Guys, it was just that serious to me. And so I started, me and my husband just really started talking. When I was having a bad day, he was like, just go lay down. I'll cook dinner. He would cook dinner for me. And at that time, I told him I was going through, I said, I need healthy food. I said, don't just throw me something together. You know how men are. They'll go in there and just throw something together and say, here you go. I told him, no, I need you to really think about my meals. If you're going to cook, think about the meals that you're going to prepare. Because now I'm trying to feed my body healthy stuff. And that's when I was praying to God, help me to be patient with myself, be patient with my body. Help me take away all this craving. I didn't want to, for me, I couldn't be I'm a wine drinker. So I'm like, I don't need to drink no wine. And my body just resisted. Because wine would make menopause symptoms worse for me. And so, with my prayer, my faith, and praying to God to help me and to help my husband, I asked him to help my husband because this was not easy for him. And my husband, he even said, I'm not used to seeing you this way. Because, I told you guys, it was the anxieties for me. My anxieties were so high. I didn't want to leave the house. I would just cry and just cry. I was out with my friends one day. I remember being out with my friends, and I remember we was listening to music, and I felt my body getting overstimulated, and I was trying to calm myself down, but my body was telling me, if you don't leave this situation, it's just going to get worse. So I remember calling one of my friends outside and telling her, I got to leave. I can't stay here. I need to leave and go home. And I had to leave all my friends behind. And that's another thing. Let me say, through that transition period, y'all, I spoke to a lot of my friends, and I really learned some of my friends, they really showed me who they were. One of my friends came to my house that next day and said, Shan, this is not you. This is not you. You're different. This is not you. She was so concerned. But at that moment, she don't realize I bonded with her because she showed such a genuine concern for me. She came to my house the next day to be there for me, to see what could she do for me. Just being there and listening to me. And likewise, I would have done the same thing for her because we are women and we need each other. And that's another thing too, having beside my faith and my husband, having solid friends, guys. Having solid friends. And at my age, when you get 50, you pretty much got your little friend group, women who are solid, but some going to show up more than others. And I had to realize that some of my friends showed up more than others, and that's okay because we all dealing with our own battles. And I had to show up for some, who was dealing with their battles too. We was there for each other. Let me put it that way. But it's good to have solid friends too. That way your husband don't have to catch it all. He don't have to catch it all. But, I appreciate many of my girlfriends who was there for me. And who are still here for me. And I'm still there for them. And because we are going through the changes of life. And we have our ups and down moments. Sometimes we don't want to be bothered. Sometimes we want to just stay in the house. And so we learn to adjust to each other and to accept what we was going through without criticizing each other, making each other feel like, oh, what's wrong with you? We know what's wrong with you. We didn't have to ask that question, but what do you need from me? How can I show up for you? So that was comforting for me during my early phase of going into this menopause. You know, having my faith, I knew that God had me. He directed me in so many ways, guys. He showed me, I know how you want to deal with this. I'm going to help you deal with it. And so in my next video, I'll go and talk more about the herbs that I use, herbal supplements, you know, my food, my diet. I changed my diet, you know, for exercising and things of that nature, what I did different. But in the beginning, let me tell you this. If you have a mate, talk to them. Sit them down and help them understand. God, men don't come with a manual on how to deal with us when we're going through life changes. And sometimes we make it so difficult for them to help us. So I'm a big person of communication. Communicate. I communicate with my husband. I communicate with God through prayer. I pray and I pray to God. I even cry. I cried with my husband. Because, you know, I was doing a lot of crying. So, and accepting these life changes. And now, you know, I'm halfway through my 50s, you know, and now I'm learning to embrace turning 50, you know. And I read something that said, you know, they don't regret getting old, because it is something that many don't get to experience. And you guys know what that means. And I heard one older lady one day said, no, I was on her page, can't think of her name, but she was saying how she don't mind getting old. She just want to look good for her age. I'm not trying to be 21. So taking care of yourself, lady, we got to take care of ourselves. Taking care of yourself. Getting to know yourself again. That's the beautiful thing. Getting to know yourself. It felt so good. It really did. Getting to know me all over again. I like, what do I really want now at this age? What do I need at this age? What does this look like for me? And so once I started journaling these things, to write things down, my feelings, my emotions, you know. So I got when I tell y'all, I got so much to share. And so, but right now, ladies, if anybody out there transitioning over or going through menopause and your body changing and you like, okay, who do I talk to? Start with your mate and God. Start with those two first. Then if you got good friends, if you got friends who already been through it, you got your mother. See, I don't have my mother. See, this may be different, y'all. It may be God, your mom, then your husband. I don't know how this may look like for you guys, but find the people that are there for you, who truly love you, who truly wants the best for you, and want to ride this thing out with you and ride it with you. So, and that was my husband for me, my husband, you know. So, and I truly thank God for him, because I was something, you know. Even during that time, I had a job, and I had to let my job go for a while. And my husband encouraged me, let it go, take care of yourself. For me, I needed that, you know. But everybody walks of life is different, and never compare your life to nobody else's life, guys. Don't compare your life to nobody else. God, however way God gonna take care of you, He'll take care of you. Whoever gonna be there for you, gonna be there for you. So your story may not look like mine, but you're gonna have somebody there for you. And like I said, God is gonna be there, number one. But whoever your person here on this earth, your person, talk to them and let them know that you need them right now. And if you're one of those people who's flying through menopause and you all happy, you got together, please let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Because I want to hear from you too. And so if you guys leave a comment, let me know I want to know, who are your people? Who is your your village. And I have older children. My kids were there too. I can't leave them out, but that's for another day. You know, I love my grown kids. I love them. I love them, love them, love them. But I'll leave them for another day. But in the beginning, it was God. It was God, my faith in God, and my husband. So talk to your husband or whoever your person is, but make sure you talk to God, you know, and pray. So I'm going to leave that today. That was my moment to, you know, talk to you guys about what were some of the things that got me through, get me through, and will continue to get me through. Because life's going to bring about ups and downs. Never, you know, we're not going to have a perfect life. But it's good to have somebody to go through the thing called life with you. And the people who show up for you, please make sure you show up for them. Show up for them. Like, you know, like I said, I had a few girlfriends of mine, good friends who showed up for me. And I tried my best to show up for them, to help them. So, don't forget, y'all know my thing. I say, pamper by nature. Let nature take care of you. As far as you can. Let nature take care of you. And I can't wait to tell y'all about my products that I was using. So, along the way. But it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. So anyway, guys, y'all have a great evening. It's a nice, relaxing day here at my home. It's kind of quiet. I'm just chilling. You know, finna go make some dinner for my family. But I want to come on and share that with you guys. You know, what helped me. I got so much more to go. So much more to go. But remember, try to let nature take care of you. And you won't regret it. All right, guys. Well, I'm finna log off and I'll talk to you guys soon. Watch out for me now, because I'll be back and I got some more stuff to say. So I'm going to leave on that note and say, do not forget to let nature, pamper by nature, let nature take care of you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. See you soon. Okay, guys, if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.